right, good afternoon, everyone, and thank you so much for those of you who are in attendance today here at Red Bull Arena and those of you who are watching live on NewYorkRedBulls.com. I'm Steve Cangelosi of the MSG Network, and here we are again in a very similar setting to where we were some 2 weeks ago when Shaun Wright-Phillips was introduced as the newest member of the Red Bulls then. And today, the team adds another player with impressive credentials that they're excited to have, and I know they believe the fans will soon have very good reason to be excited as well. Since the designated player rule was introduced in MLS in 2007, players to hold that distinction with the Red Bulls franchise include a former captain of the United States national team, Claudio Reyna, a French World Cup champion, Thierry Henry, an Australian, Tim Cahill, Colombia's Juan Pablo Angel, Mexico's Rafa Marquez, and an Englishman, Bradley Wright-Phillips, who, of course, is the reigning Golden Boot winner and remains an integral part of what the Red Bulls are today. No country, though, has fed more designated players to Major League Soccer than Argentina. And the Red Bulls today introduce the man who becomes the 20th player from that country to have DP status in MLS. He leaves behind Atletico San Lorenzo in his homeland to call Red Bull Arena his home now. Please welcome the newest member of the Red Bulls, Gonzalo Veron. Welcome to the club. Gonzalo is eligible to make his Red Bulls debut as early as tomorrow. The Red Bulls hosting NYCFC at a sold-out Red Bull Arena. That game will be played before a national television audience as well on FS1 beginning at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll hear first from the men at the podium. We'll pass the mic around after that for a question and answer session. And then when that wraps up, Gonzalo will make his way out onto the field for a photo op. Ali Curtis and Jesse Marsh will join him for that as well. The Gonzalo Veron signing was one part of an amazing number of transactions that took place this week in Major League Soccer, with the trade and transfer deadline now having passed 2 days ago. The man whose mission to bring Gonzalo Veron to the New York Red Bulls began much, much earlier than 2 days ago, and it's come to fruition today. Please welcome the sporting director, Ali Curtis.
Thanks, Steve. Appreciate it. Today's a great day for the club. We're very excited to be able to add Gonzalo to our team. Gonzalo is a great soccer player, and he's a terrific young man. We knew that the first time we met him. I've had the fortune of, as a player, playing with a lot of great players from Central and South America. So my rookie year, I played with Carlos Valderrama. In Dallas, I played with Oscar Pareja. In D.C., I was able to play with Marco Echeverri and Jaime Moreno. So it's no surprise that there's a lot of talent in Central and South America, particularly in Argentina. And then recently in the league office, I had an opportunity to work on a number of different player transactions, Freddie Montero, Fabian Castillo. So we knew that this was an area that we wanted to focus on to find a lot of talent. So the entire staff worked tirelessly to find the right player with the right fit, and we got our man in Gonzalo. Wasn't easy, but all of us combed as much video as possible, reached out to all of our contacts, and we knew Gonzalo was the right player for what we're trying to do moving forward, and also today. So we're very happy to add a player like Gonzalo. We're excited about tomorrow night. Should be a special day. And thanks for joining us, Gonzalo. All right, thanks.
Thank you, Ali. And when the Red Bulls take the field tomorrow night here at Red Bull Arena, they will do so riding a 4-game undefeated streak, second most points per game in the Eastern Conference going into that match, the fourth most points per game right now in Major League Soccer, and his team will attempt to sweep the regular season series against their crosstown rivals tomorrow. The first-year head coach of the New York Red Bulls, Jesse Marsh, to talk about his new acquisition today. Jesse?
Great. First I want to take time to acknowledge the hard work that Ali Curtis put into this. It will go unnoticed because it was behind the scenes, but he worked tirelessly for months to get this deal done. Partly because we identified Gonzalo Veron as the guy that we felt was the man that we needed to make this team better. And Ollie, well done, and appreciate all the work you did there. That's for sure. Gonzalo, great to have you. Getting to know him already, he's a wonderful man. He's an intelligent guy. He's only been here a few days, and he's already picked up a bunch of English. We've talked to him a lot about the kind of tactics and the way we play and how aggressive we are in different ways, and he already is wrapping his mind around it. He sees it. He likes it. He wants to be a part of it. And his qualities, I think, feed exactly to what this team is all about and what we need. And I think it's another piece that helps us solidify us as one of the teams that I think can grow and build as we go. He also represents, I think, what the future of this club will be, which will be younger players, dynamic players, talented players, exciting players. So in every way, I'm very excited about this signing. I'm very excited about Gonzalo being here, and I can't wait to get him on the field so the fans and everybody can see how good he is and what he's going to bring to our team. So welcome, Gonzalo. Okay.
Thanks a lot, Jesse. Gonzalo Veron, as many of you know, made his professional debut when he was 19 years old. He was playing in the Argentine second division for Sportiva Italiano at the time. When he joined San Lorenzo in 2012, he made his mark domestically, winning the Primera Division title 1 year later in 2013, and then internationally, winning Copa Libertadores in 2014 and taking part in the FIFA Club World Cup, in which he started a game and a defeat against world powerhouse club Real Madrid. Gonzalo will take questions in a moment. We're going to ask him to come up first to the podium and say hello to everybody, say what he'd like to say. And joining him as well will be Juan Romero to translate. So Gonzalo Veron, come up. Juan Romero as well, please. Thank you.
Bueno, no, antes que nada quería agradecerle a la dirigencia, a Ali, a Jesse por todo el esfuerzo que hicieron por traerme acá, al Red Bulls. Estoy muy contento y nada, les agradezco por todo el esfuerzo y espero devolver un poco de todo eso adentro de la cancha.
First and foremost, I'd like to thank Ali and Jesse for the hard work to get me here. I'm very happy to be here now, and I hope my hard work pays off in the faith they have put in me.
Thank you very much, guys. Questions, a reminder, coming up in just a moment. They'll head outside for a photo op, and Ali and Jesse will join Gonzalo Veron for that. Q&A. Frank Giassi, you want to start, please? And if you can, wait for the mic, please, to come around. Thank you.
Ali, I wanted to get your take on this. I'd asked Jesse before. You've spoke from the first day about chemistry. What can you tell us about the chemistry and how Gonzalo fits in with the team?
It's is this mic on? Okay. He fits in exactly what we're trying to do as a club. In terms of on the field, we like to press. It's high pressure. We need guys that can fit it in that style. And he's also, when you sit down with him and you get to talking to him, you know that he's a really good young man. And we're very concerned about our locker room. We want a healthy, fun environment and that culture. And when you're around it, you see that, you feel that, and Gonzalo will fit right in. So he's been here for the last couple days, and he's starting to learn English a little bit more. He's starting to get to know the guys a little bit more. So we feel he's exactly what we're looking for. So as Jesse mentioned earlier, we want to get him on the field and we want to get him going, and he'll learn our system a little bit more each and every week.
Brian Lewis, go ahead.
This is for Gonzalo. I'm just curious, obviously your team was very successful where you were coming from. What was it about this club that attracted you to coming here? Was it the style that they play? Was it the city? Was it the project that they explained to you? What made this decision easy for you, if it was easy?
Obviamente vienes de un club muy exitoso en Argentina, que fue
Bueno, no, la verdad que desde el momento que me lo mencionaron no dudé en venir sabiendo que el Red Bulls es un equipo muy grande de Norteamérica y se está poniendo una liga muy competitiva con muchos jugadores europeos y la verdad que quería tomar esta experiencia y venir a aportar el fútbol argentino también aquí a Norteamérica y bueno, gracias a Dios se me pudo dar y ojalá pueda aprovecharlo de la mejor manera.
From the moment I found out about this opportunity, I was very excited. I knew New York Red Bulls is a very important club in North America. This league is growing. It's competitive. There's many European players that are here. And now that I'm here, I'm just excited to do what I can to help the team.
Franco, can you wait for the mic, please?
Steve kind of mentioned this, that it hasn't been a weak process. It's been a long process to get him over here. How long has it been? When did he first come on the radar, and how many trips down did it take to work through this and bring him over?
So the process of scouting, identifying, recruiting players, it's began since day one. You've seen the type of players that we've brought into the club that can fit our style of play, and then also are the right fit in terms of the culture and environment that we have in the locker room. And so, early on, that when the transfer window is, and so months in advance, we're identifying what are some of the potential needs that we'll need in the summer. And there's a couple different teams that we have identified in Central and South America where we felt that there's players that play on those teams that could add value to our club. And so that happened very early on. The great thing about being able to bring aboard Gonzalo was the fact that our entire staff really did a great job of looking at video, leveraging our contacts, and really knowing that we wanted to go out and get the right guy. And fortunately, Gonzalo's a designated player, so having the support of Red Bull, of our ownership, to get those funds in order to sign a player like Gonzalo has been fantastic.
Go ahead, sir.
Should I just go in Spanish? Okay. Gonzalo, de lo que has visto del equipo al que llegas, ¿qué es porque se ha hablado mucho toda la temporada sobre el estilo de alta presión que tiene Red Bulls y todo esto? A ti en lo personal, ¿qué es lo que te parece que tiene este equipo en especial, y cómo tú puedes ayudar a mejorar el equipo, y dónde te ves jugando dentro de este sistema de juego?
Bueno, no, primero creo que el técnico más que nadie analiza dónde puede jugar un jugador. Yo siempre dije que me siento mucho más cómodo por izquierda, jugando de delantero, con dos puntas, pero la verdad que llegué a un equipo muy contento, técnicamente y tácticamente. Me gusta eso de la presión y de jugar siempre para adelante, así que nada, llego a acostumbrarme a un equipo nuevo. Estoy muy contento, me trataron muy bien desde el momento en que llegué, cuerpo técnico, los jugadores, así que nada, la idea es adaptarse, y en lo táctico estoy muy contento con el sistema de Jesse, de esa presión y de siempre terminar la jugada para adelante.
Juan, can you translate, please?
Yeah, well, it's up to the coach to decide where I fit in best, or where any player fits in best. I've said all along that I feel very comfortable playing out wide on the left. I'm very happy with the system that Jesse has implemented of high pressure and finishing the play quickly from the midfield forward, and I'm just at his orders.
Guys. Go ahead, Franco. Can you wait?
Gonzalo, ¿cómo se ve MLS en Argentina? Obviamente hay varios jugadores que han venido a Estados Unidos, y Javier Morales, bastantes jugadores. ¿Cómo se ve MLS en Argentina, y qué piensas sobre la liga?
Sí, no sé si lo mencioné hace un ratito. Creo que todo el mundo habla de la liga del MLS como la liga del futuro, como la liga de que la mayoría de los jugadores quieren venir acá. Se está haciendo muy competitivo, y creo que a cualquier jugador le gustaría jugar en esta liga, en Norteamérica, pero sí se ve de esa forma, se ve como una liga competitiva donde todos los jugadores quieren venir, y bueno, yo sin duda tuve la oportunidad y la quise aprovechar, así que ahora nada, tratando de trabajar para hacer lo mejor posible para el Red Bulls.
The MLS is seen as the league of the future. It's very competitive, it's growing. It's a league where many players want to come and prove themselves. And now that I'm here, I want to do just that. I want to prove my worth inside the field.
Anyone else? Frank? Yeah.
Ali, can you, since you made a significant commitment to Gonzalo, can you give us the length of the contract in terms of years and transfer fee, if there was one involved?
I say this all the time. You know, I don't really we don't disclose the terms of a player's contract, but it was a significant commitment. You know, a commitment, one in which that he has to be classified as a designated player. So you know, there was a transfer fee involved. You know, we had to negotiate that with his former club, San Lorenzo. But in terms of the terms of his contract, I don't feel comfortable disclosing those. But we're elated that Gonzalo's here. It was a bit of a complicated transaction, but it was a team effort. We all kind of, you know, really went to the mat to try to bring Gonzalo here.
Jesse, if I can step outside the MC role for a moment, your whole team coming together now as constituted with the deadline passed. How do you assess your chances this year?
Well, you know, we're stronger now than I think we've ever been, and I think now it's a big task for me to get the balance right and maintain the strong mentality, and make sure that all the pieces we have within this roster are sharp and ready to go. Because I think we've become very deep. I think we're very talented. I think we're very dynamic. We're young. We're fit. We're explosive. So I like our team, and I think. You know, there's still some proving ground here between now and November, but I think we've gotten stronger and stronger throughout the season, and I expect us to continue to do so. And in the end, we all have the goal of playing in December and ultimately competing for that MLS Cup. So I think we're in good shape right now.
Brian, go ahead.
Ali, just to follow up on Frank's question, you said it was a complicated transfer. I'm just curious if you could elaborate a little bit on what made it complicated, and if you're comfortable, was he a designated player because of that transfer fee or because of the salary? Whatever that salary is and however many years that may happen to be.
Yeah, so I don't want to get into, you know, how much is in his salary versus how much is in the transfer fee. I just don't think that is the appropriate platform. I've worked on a number of different player transactions over the last 7.5 years, and this was very difficult. One of the reasons is because Gonzalo is a very, very talented player. He's young, and so not only is he talented and he'll be able to add value to our team today, but also tomorrow. And so typically when you're working on deals where you're trying to bring players in that are very talented, they become a little bit more challenging. So you've got the time pressure with the transfer window. You've got a very, very good team in San Lorenzo, and you've got a very good, young, dynamic, exciting player in Gonzalo Veron. So we're happy that he's here. Everyone on this podium played a role in bringing him aboard, and so it was a true team effort. And ultimately, like Jesse said, we're a stronger team now.
Gonzalo, eres joven, pero tienes mucha experiencia jugando una final de Libertadores y además en Argentina jugabas 5 clásicos, el de Huracán y contra los otros 4 grandes. Mañana hay un clásico en Nueva York contra New York City FC. ¿Qué sabes de eso y qué puedes decir sobre la experiencia que es jugar un partido de esta magnitud y qué se debe tener, qué es lo adicional que debe tener un equipo cuando llegan a este tipo de partidos?
Sí, bueno, en Buenos Aires, Argentina, creo que los clásicos son especiales, uno lo vive apasionado de otra forma y bueno, a mí me toca jugar mañana o estar sentado en el banco en un clásico donde todavía no conozco, no sé cómo es la gente o la cultura de aquí. Así que nada, pero creo que uno tiene que sacar esas ganas de correr, de meter, de dejar todo, sabiendo que es solamente esa pelota la única que puede llegar a pelear. Creo que de esa forma se ganan los clásicos, por lo menos nosotros lo sentimos así. A veces se deja el juego de lado y se mete un poco más, pero bueno, es normal. Voy a vivir una linda experiencia mañana y bueno, espero estar a la altura como en Buenos Aires.
In Buenos Aires, the derbies are special. You've grew up with them, you lived them, you know what they're about. Tomorrow is going to be a different experience because I don't know exactly what I'm going to counter. However, the approach is that every 50-50 ball, we must win. The next play is the play that could decide to score. And I just hope that if given the chance, when I go in, that I'm up to par with the rest of my teammates.
Frank, go ahead. You got the mic.
Gonzalo, Jesse likes to ease players into the lineup. How fit are you, and how long do you think it'll take to be able to play 90 minutes, especially in this heat in the summertime?
¿Tú cómo crees que estás físicamente y si podrías durar 90 minutos?
No, físicamente me siento bien, pero soy consciente de que llego hace pocos días. Jesse lleva trabajando con el equipo un montón. Creo que es momento de esperar el momento, de sumar minutos, de acostumbrarme a todo. Y una vez que Jesse sepa que me vea bien y que yo esté adaptado con mis compañeros y al sistema, creo que me siento muy bien, pero la verdad que estoy contento de estar aquí. Si tengo que jugar, lo haría de la mejor forma porque en Buenos Aires estábamos en competición, pero creo que el equipo está muy bien.
I feel fine fitness-wise. In Argentina, we're in the middle of a competition. However, that being said, I'm well aware that Jesse's been working with the team for quite some time, so I know there's a progress to be made. And whether how many minutes I'm allowed to play, I just want to go in and do my best to help my teammates and take it from there.
For Jesse, kind of just piggybacking off of that, what's a realistic approach for tomorrow with him, just given the short turnaround acquisition adaptation period he's going through? And all?
Yeah, I mean, we've already sat with him and talked about how we play and the tactics of what we do. So, he hasn't had a lot of time on the field to put to practice exactly how we'd like him to play. But I know he's fit because their season in Argentina has started. He's played in a couple matches, so he's been training for a month. So, it's not about the fitness. It's more about just integrating him in a way to help the team and then also help him be successful. It's not always easy in these summer windows to add players to the team and then have it go, perfectly. So, but that being said, I want to be aggressive to give him opportunities so that he can show his teammates, what he can bring and help our team be successful. So, and I think the only way to really do that is to get him on the field. So, in an ideal world, he's going on the field tomorrow and he's going to help us get a win.
This club in the past has preferred or gone with the route of signing older guys later in their careers. This is the first DP, I believe, the club signs that's in his prime or before his prime at a young age like this. What went into the mindset or the philosophy, the change in philosophy from Red Bulls to make this move?
Well, I think first and foremost, when I first came to the club, one of the things that you want to do is really establish what can be the identity for this club long term, and that's what's your vision, what's your mission, what's your philosophy, what are your core principles, what's your style of play. And so the style of play that we play, we train hard, we play hard, we're high pressing, and in that respect, you really need young players that can withstand the test of time, in a 10-month season. And so we want guys that can contribute right away, but we also want guys that the fans can see and watch and cheer for year on year. And so getting a guy like Gonzalo at the age of 25, we feel fits that perfectly.
Time for one more if we have it. Are we wrapping? All right, guys, thank you. Photo op is outside with Gonzalo Veron, Jesse Marsh, and Ali Curtis. Red Bulls NYC FC tomorrow night, Red Bull Arena, 7 p.m. Thanks for coming today, and enjoy the game tomorrow, everybody. Bye-bye.